It's a bit echoey out here, okay. You should see my setup right now. I really wanted this orange light, orange wall behind me. This is practically like, this is the setup. Yeah, so so that's what we're gonna do. But I'm just going with the flow with everything, and you get used to it. Also, I use a lot of hand movements since being in Italy for a little bit. I've been doing this a lot. So basically, I left Australia in May to Milan. I was only gonna go to Milan for about a day and then kind of go on to Venice. But what happened was I ended up being in Milan for one night. I met up with a friend who we never hung out with in Australia, and I just met up with her and we had a glass of wine, and then I was like, you know what? I thought someone just said my name, sorry. I was like, you know what? I really like hanging out with you already. Like, I think I might stay. I'm just gonna stay in Milan, whatever. So I went back to the hostel. I booked another night in Milan. I cancelled my trip to Verona, cancelled my trip to Venice. The next day I went to an agency, a modelling agency, which my friend actually worked for. So conveniently also I've done modelling before, so it wasn't just like, oh, some random backpacker on the street just like got signed into the agency, and then basically they were like, you know what, we can sign you this afternoon and then we can move you into a model apartment this afternoon. So I went with all my bags, I signed the contract. They said go to your castings right now, go to 4 castings, and then come back to us and then we'll move into the apartment. I literally had nothing. I had a small little backpack, tiny, wouldn't fit anything. I had one photo of myself with some measurements. I had no heels, so I just stole some from the agency and I'm just holding them in my hands, but they were 2 sizes too small for me. So I'm on the metro. I have no internet on my phone, only when I get Wi-Fi, like no SIM card, no nothing. And then I have this like virtual map that I'm just looking at, and so I'm on the metro just like looking at this map of Milan, and luckily Milan's not too big, so it's easier to work out. So I'm on the metro, I'm holding the map, I'm holding my heels in my hands, I've got my little backpack, I've got no water, I haven't eaten yet. I successfully went to the first 2 castings. I literally probably hadn't even washed my hair yet because I'd come off a flight like the morning before a flight from Australia, so I hadn't even prepared for anything. So everyone was just looking at me in the casting. I didn't know what to do, and I'm trying to talk to people and be friendly, but then I realized like they all know each other, so they were all going to talk to each other and I didn't know anyone. So I couldn't turn to my phone. That's what you usually do. I couldn't turn to my phone, I couldn't do anything. So I was like, alrighty then. So I went to the next casting and then I went back to the agency. They moved me into the mall apartment, which was this really nice apartment. I remember meeting this girl who ended up becoming like my best friend. She was from Poland, and I remember the first time I met her, I was sitting on the couch and she came over and she gave me like the strongest like handshake, like, hello, I'm from Poland. And I was just like, I'm really scared of this chick, like, I don't think we're gonna get along. And so she came back like 5 minutes later, she jumped beside me, her entire like energy had changed. She was like, okay, so what castings have you got tomorrow? What are you gonna do? I'll go with you, like all this stuff. Do you want a cookie? Do you want this? Do you want this? And everything. I was like, shit, yeah, we're gonna be best friends. This was my first impression of her. I just major freaked out. I was like, you're part of like the Polish mafia or something, I don't know. Basically that same afternoon as I'd signed the agency, as I'd moved into the apartment, I went to a request, but I got lost going to the request, like so lost that I was 45 minutes late, and to be late to a request is like really bad, and you should probably just give up on life. Not really, but you know what I mean. And I was trying to find this place. I remember asking about 6 people, no one could help me. I was completely lost. I went and just kept walking around. I had my map in front of me, and then I remember just stopping. I remember just like starting to cry because like the reality of like everything hit me and how lost I was. So I'll just give up now. I'll just give up, and I'll just go back to the metro and I'll just go home. And then I was like, you know what? No. I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna find this person. I don't care how late I am, I just want to find the building at least so that I can say that I actually did something. I found it, and I arrived there 45 minutes late, and they were just about to shut the doors, and I just ran in, and this guy was just laughing at me that I'm actually using like a physical map. He's like, no, it's fine, here, try on this dress. So I tried on the dress, and then they're like, okay, thank you, you can go, but I knew that I'd got it. Needless to say, I get back home, the agency calls me, and they're like, yep, you've got it, you start work tomorrow. If I had never gone to that casting, I'd just given up and I was like, you know what, nah, stuff it, I'm just going back home, I would never have got my first job for the next day. After that, things got a little bit crazy. I started like partying a little bit, like kind of going out with everyone, and you know, because I really like to be social, so, and also you get free food if you go out as a model, so I really needed the free food. So I decided to start going out, partying. But then the next day when you had to go to a casting, it got really, really hard to do. And so I went to a casting for Valentino, and I was pretty hungover. I remember just walking out of the elevator and seeing all of the girls. Oh my god, like, ugh, there's so many people. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. And then I lined up and I put on my shitty heels that I bought that were €5, and I walked into the casting. And then whenever they get you to try on something, it's like usually a good sign. Like, that is, you've almost got the job. They got me to try on something and I was like, oh my god, seriously? In this condition of how I am right now, I feel so sick, and I'm gonna try on Valentino. Walk again for them, and then they take a photo, and I was like, I got the job, I got the job. Okay, see ya, thank you, bye, I leave. I don't hear back from them for about a week and a half. So a week and a half, I'm still going to more castings. I'm going to castings without a portfolio. Models, you know you need a portfolio. I was literally going to castings without showing the directors anything. All I had was a piece of paper with a photo of myself, and on the back was like a few measurements. That's all I had. It was just hilarious. I was like, come on, like my life, lol at my life. Every model I was meeting, they're like, oh, show me your photos. Like, oh, I don't have any. So, and then after that, a week later, I get an email, and it's like, you've been booked for Valentino for tomorrow. And all the girls at my house were just jumping on the couch for me, like they were so excited. I was so excited. I was like, what is happening? I booked Valentino without a portfolio. And like, okay, so I started work for them. And the next day they were like, we want you to work again, we really like you. So I worked again. I worked for Valentino for a month and a half. I worked the same job every day. It got very, very boring, but the pay was consistent. The girls were so lovely. I met girls from all over the place. And then I left Milan the 1st of July and I moved on to Europe, but that is for another story. So I hope you liked my modelling experience, and I will talk to you very soon. But you know what to do. Every other YouTuber says it. Like, comment, subscribe, I think. If you want to, like, whatever. Otherwise, head to my website, www.watchthisSpace.weebly.com, and you can see all of my adventures over there.